What's up, guys? It's your boys Wokey back out with another Chris Watts video, and with the video that we just watched not too long ago of Nichol Kessinger, and pretty much the audio that is missing, that could possibly throw her into the slammer. I mean, we hope, but the Reckoning Co. posted that video not too long ago, and she posted another one of Chris Watts, and I'm intrigued because her stuff was definitely very interesting to watch. So this one is Chris Watts, his mindset and decision-making process, and we're going to watch together. So grab a chair, grab some popcorn. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel by hitting that wiper icon down the bottom right. Hit that bell icon next to it, so when I do post videos like this one, you guys will get that ring notification that I've posted that video. Then you guys can watch, comment, like, and share. And again, thank you so very much for the love and support you guys show on my channel every single day. I can't thank you guys enough, and keep doing what you guys are doing. And hopefully one day we will reach 100K. Also, go over to The Wrecking Co. if you guys have not subscribed and supported her channel. Again, I'm not saying that this is fact. It's alleged. Even she says it's all alleged. It's her opinion. So don't be saying that we're all kooks and we're just trying to throw this at you and say that this is just calm yourself down, okay? Let's get into the video and see what more we can watch with The Reckoning Co.
Everyone, this is going to be, I guess, part 2 to the series of Nicole and Chris with using this mat. I'm doing this right after I did Nicole's reading so that it's fresh in my mind. I'm still going to do...
And the link is in the description for Nichol Kessinger's video, which was definitely mind-blowing, to say the least. So let's continue.
This format the same way. So we're looking into the Chris Watts case. All of this is alleged, my opinion, not facts. We're going to be using echoes, whispers, and tarot. I'm going to be using the 6-sided die to choose which deck. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I'm going to be using the 8-sided die to choose the line of code on the mat. And we're going to go through the boxes twice, just like we did with Nicole's. In Nicole's reading, we did the first round was like inside of her brain, thoughts and all of that and energy at the time. And then the second round was how did that spill out into choices, actions, and decisions.
Very interesting.
And the directness of that reading has caused me to want to do this one the same way. So that's what we're going to do. As always, this is alleged, my opinion, not fact. Okay, so we're going to start with the input stream. The first round here, again, going to be Chris's thoughts, energy, perception, all of that at the time that this occurred. All right, let's see. Input stream, box 1, number 4.
Source code.
1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're using echoes. Box 6, the external command. Oh, that's interesting. So the command coming from the outside.
NK.
That makes sense. If you're coming from watching the other reading with Nicole first, this makes sense already.
It does.
If you didn't watch that one first, I'm gonna say probably watch that one first because this one's playing right off of that.
Yeah.
Because that one was her external command, and this is how that was coming into him.
That's kind of
okay.
creepy.
So external command. Chris's external command. Ransom demand on its side. I'm going to get one for either side of this.
Demand?
So ransom demand on its side is like not necessarily a ransom,
valuable,
but being pushed, kind of being baited into feeling like you owe someone something. So let's get one card for either side here. Abandoned.
Abandoned.
Radio silence in reverse.
Like she abandoned him?
I'll leave you or you do what I say. We had audio recording for Nicole coming out. Interesting. So the external command was you do this or I'm gone. Either she's gone or I am.
Which I think was that 111-minute phone call. They got in a big, huge fight. You either pick me or her or them, or I'm gone.
But it feels like gone isn't just like divorce. Gone is like she doesn't exist or you can't have me.
And he chose the wrong one.
Interesting. Box 2.
Processing
5.
core.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tarot. There wasn't a lot of tarot on Nicole's.
8.
Number 8, the reboot command. What's the reboot command? I'm trying to think of how I want to read this. Reboot command here is going to be what program was running for Chris. There's no way for me to say this without giving away what we got in that reading. So in Nicole's reading, I said I felt like there was a point when Chris was getting cold feet and she pushed him forward into it. So reboot, these two to me are playing right into that reading. Maybe I should just put this as one reading. Anyway, so reboot command to me, is when he started to get cold feet and she was getting him going again. So because that's going to go with external command coming from her.
So the reboot command was a push on Chris.
The command coming from her because it's input, external command. So he was receiving the external command from her, which is what we got in her reading. Now, reboot command is Chris starts to back out or starts to have cold feet in some way, and she gets him going again. What was that command? What was the energy that got him going again? 2 of Wands and Strength, both reversed.
2 of Wands.
Not wanting everything to fall apart because he felt like he couldn't handle it. He felt like he had invested too much energy.
I thought it was going to be lust.
Into like the hopefulness with Nicole. I mean, what was the reboot command? The strength in reverse is like overpowering. So it was overpowering for him she overpowered him into feeling like if he did not do this, she was going to leave and or turn on him. It's kind of giving one of those things where it's like, well, you already planned it. So if you don't do it, I could just turn on you and you'd get in trouble anyway. So you might as well do it. It feels like that. Like it feels like that level of manipulation. Maybe it wasn't directly in those words, but it feels like that level of calculation. It really does to me. System error. That went off. I don't even see it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Loop for Chris. Retaliation. That card came out for her down here.
It did.
Huh. What box did she have for it?
Upgraded sequence.
I want to say hers was calibration needed. And my oven just beeped because I'm cooking right as I was saying calibration needed. So calibration is a turning of a dial here. And retaliation came out for her down there. So this is the stuck loop. What was playing is retaliation, but the retaliation was coming from her. It kind of feels like from his perspective, she was continuously feeding into him why he should hate Shanann.
That makes sense.
Like, oh, she does this.
Oh, she spends all the money. Oh, she doesn't let you have fun. You have to work and all the time, and then she spends it, and you don't have a car, but she does. Like, that's literally probably what she was doing.
Like, it's like almost to the point where you would think it was mainly coming from him, but it feels to be coming from her. Like using it as a tool or a ploy of some kind. Like, oh, she did this, or oh, this is like trying to bait him into this. And everything's gonna fall apart if you don't. Debug console. 4.
System check.
The code correction.
Oh, never mind. what was the way to solve their
What
problem.
made him go through with it anyway?
Not
What made
kind
him
of.
unback out? Besides just confidential file. One more, because I didn't mean to pull that. Safe house in reverse, and then it kind of flipped to its side.
Nichol had a safe house.
That audio recording card in reverse that I got in Nicole's reading that I couldn't figure out what it was at first. Confidential file.
Ooh. Confidential file is you want to put something
Safe house in
away.
reverse. This really feels to be.
You don't want other people to see your stuff, but you do it within a safe house.
Like he thought that it's almost like it got to a point where he thought it was safer just to do this for his own self because he felt
Stuck.
like, I don't know what Nicole's gonna do. It's just gonna keep being more intense. And I already said things to her that I could get in trouble for if she were to turn and flip on me. So I'll do what she wants because it's getting me what I want, but it's also not what I want to do because I felt like I was having cold feet and starting to back out. But now I'm back in because I feel like it's not safe to go against her. That's what I'm getting. I know that sounds wild, but I really do
I'm getting what you're putting down.
feel like Chris was too big of a coward.
We knew that already.
I don't know how to say this. To do it without an external light under his butt as well as his own desire. Like,
She
this
put a
wasn't
fire
just
under him.
purely his desire. There was something else here too. That I'm not taking away anything from his doing.
No, he did
but
it.
I'm putting something on hers because this is a carryover from her reading. And confidential file, we had the audio recording in reverse here for her, and at first I couldn't figure out where to place it. It's like she has something on him that he was scared that she was going to use against him either way. But it's like one of those things where he already said something.
What if they made like a sex tape? And she said, well, if you don't do this, I'm going to show Shanann. It just, again, hypothetically, not fact, but what if that were a case, just like a one-off, or he did something really bad, like in the three-way, because she was writing down how to prepare for this, how to prepare for a three-way. Well, she had Jim, she had Chris. Maybe they did something like I'm just thinking out there, but who knows?
And take it back. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. I keep getting that same upgrade sequence.
She blackmailed
Echoes.
him. Maybe.
New awareness. Okay, so new awareness. How many cards? One.
Snake Eyes got to roll again.
What made Chris see it as if it was just better for him to go through with it because of things he had already said or done or whatever? Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. Confidential source. Confidential file. She has something on him.
She's got like a video or recording.
6. So whispers.
Did she use whispers last time?
The emotional tone.
She did.
The
emotional tone.
Okay. Emotional.
Like how severe?
Faked death, new life in reverse. The emotional tone was death. Damned if I do, damned if I don't.
So either way, he was screwed.
This is like if you have two really bad ideas and one of them kind of gets you what you want but is riskier, and you're going back
Murder.
between the two, and all of a sudden the one that seemed safer has some kind of major riskier red flag, and you just pedal to the metal, go through with it.
We know those.
It's like something spooks him into, not spooks him as in it's scarier his plan, but like I just feel like there's an element of something that he felt was going to be used against him either way, and I feel like that holds some significance.
What if it was
I don't know where yet, but
a
it
booty
does.
tape?
That
would be
one.
What else could there be?
Echoes. Parallel reality. So what's running parallel to what's happening here? Decoy in reverse. Mask off.
Decoy reverse.
Mask off. He saw her mask fall off. How many cards? 2. He saw her mask fall off. Crime scene. Stakeout surveillance in reverse.
A sex tape. Secret surveillance? She recorded them. Oh.
The parallel reality, the reality running parallel to this. He saw her mask off at the crime scene. Stakeout in reverse, not looking out through the window, looking in from the inside. So so I did a reading a very, very long time ago on this case, and I got something along the lines of like her pushing like an actual event, like for example, oh, I'll hide in the closet and then like I purposely make noise to cause things to blow up because that plan's already in place, kinda, so it pushes it in that direction. This goes back to that for me. Like her causing the catalyst event. Him being on the fence, her causing a catalyst event, him panicking and just doing it. Because there was a plan. But the plan that was in place is not what happened. That's why he was so bad at lying and covering it up. I mean, obviously, there's probably other reasons too, just
He thought he was a good liar, but he's not.
because he was lying. But like, almost like if you practice, rehearse for one plan, and then that's not the plan that happens at all.
Then you have plan B. Which Nichol had plan B, but
Core
he didn't.
reboot. 3.
One card.
Restore defaults. What made him go back to the original plan? What is that catalyst event that made him go back to, I'm doing it? How many cards? 2.
Lust.
Hidden missing key is Portal 5D mental health. I'm telling you, she was in the closet or something. Portal, you come out of somewhere, or you go into somewhere. Mental health, a spiral. Cracked open. I really feel like she physically was there to cause the catalyst event that made him panic into taking action.
Which would validate the blue bag possibly being Nichol's, which would give the reason why Nichol showed up on the phone ping. There could be a few different things here.
On a plan that he was back and forth on not that he had good intentions, but I just feel like this would not have happened without her hand, which is
Oh, yeah.
obvious on like a yes, he was having
If it wasn't for NK, this would have never happened.
an affair with her thing
They'd
level,
still be married
but this is like
or divorced.
this
But
is like the literal event itself,
murder would have never
allegedly.
happened.
Okay, so this was in the brain. Now, how did this being in the brain translate to choices, actions, and actual events? So we're going to start back up here at this box. Number 4. Frequency match. So what was the frequency match between Chris, what was happening in his brain, and what was happening externally, choices, actions, and decisions?
There wasn't much happening in his brain. It was pretty much that monkey with the symbols. But
Global organization, operation in reverse. Global operation in reverse. So an operation turned on its head. Frequency match. My world's upside down.
you did it to yourself.
Frequency match externally. My plans are upside down. So chaos. The frequency match was chaos. The world being turned upside down. Nothing went according to plan. 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3. Whispers. 4. Subconscious file. So it's the subconscious file that was running. How do I word this? So as things are turning upside down, plans falling apart, there's something that Chris's brain over and over is hamster wheel repeating to him. What is that? How many cards? 3. Confession, making a deal.
Oh! That's a little...
Freedom.
Oh! He was getting free from Shanann. That's what he thought.
What's running over and over in Chris's mind? Confession, making a deal, and freedom. Either I don't do this or I'm getting caught. Either I don't do this or I'm getting caught. Drama acting. Either I don't do this or I'm getting caught because I'm not a good actor. I'm not a good liar, which we saw. He's not. So as he's watching all the plans fall apart, his brain is like, hey, man, you do this, you're getting caught. You're getting caught. You're not a good liar. You're not a good actor. You do this, you're getting caught. But he did it. I'm telling you, she caused the catalyst event. Allegedly, my opinion.
And she should be...
All right, this box. System error. Energy leak.
I was literally watching the first 48 last night. It's one of my favorite shows. And the girl that was in there, almost identical situation here. There was other people. There was like 4 other guys. But she caused the issue that happened for the man to pull the trigger because of love and sex and all that stuff. She was the catalyst that made him do that. They put her away for 60 years. The guy got life. The girl that didn't pull the trigger, that pretty much was like, if you do this, we can be together, she got 60 years. So.
System error, energy leak. His brain saying you do this, you're getting caught. The error leak. Trying to think how I want to read that. My plans are falling apart. Everything's upside down. This is the world upside down. That's a world upside down.
His world is upside down.
So the error of energy that's leaking out. Energy's leaking out and it's an error. What energy did Chris pick up on that made him go against his subconscious saying, hey man, you do this, you're getting caught? But he obviously did it anyway. So what was the error? What energy got into him that made him do it anyway?
Evil.
We kind of did that in the brain part, but now we're doing choices and actions. 3 cards. Optical illusion. Psychic abilities. Made him go against his intuition. Okay, so what's the 1 card then? This is literal. What literally is the 1 key piece that made him go against his intuition? Because his intuition was like, hey man, you do this, you're getting caught. You're not a good liar.
It's either darkness, evil, or lust.
Grandparent elder.
His mother!
Growing old with her.
Oh. Maybe he wanted to grow old with her. That one's confusing.
As in Nichol was never going to leave him alone and he was going to be dealing with this forever, or as in he just did not want his life with Shanann that badly. Celebrity health issues. Celebrity health issues.
I'm so confused.
As in he...
Well, he became a celebrity
just didn't want a life with her that badly.
In the horror
public issues. Public
scene.
Issues. No, I really think it's the first. I think he really thought Nichol was never going to leave him alone. She's going to cause public issues for me.
She was obsessed.
I'm going to lose everything either way.
She had dirt on him.
She's going to cause public issues for me, and it makes me go against my intuition. So what's the final straw that gets him to say, okay, I know my brain is telling me if I do this, I'm getting caught because I'm not a good actor. But I feel like she is going to cause, or I feel like there's going to be public issues for me that are going to be worse if I don't do it. Below ground level in reverse, things being dug up. It kind of, this is what I'm getting. Chris wanted to get rid of his wife so badly that he allowed his brain to convince itself that if he didn't do it, that Nichol was going to just expose him for wanting to do it.
For murder. So she was going to...
I don't know how to explain that.
For the murder.
Because it doesn't feel like reality. It feels like that's just what his brain used to justify his willingness to go through with it. That's the best way I can think of to explain what I'm seeing. Okay.
She's a pooper.
Debug console.
She's a pooper for sure.
Echoes. Pattern reveal. Okay, that's good. What pattern does that reveal then? How many cards? 1. What pattern does that reveal? Oh, command post control room. He was losing control.
Well, we knew that.
Everything had spiraled anyway. It wasn't about what option was safer. It was about what option did he have the most control over.
Murder
that
was
makes
the best
sense.
Option.
Makes more sense than safety, I think.
What a boob.
So which option allows me more control? And Nichole's already convincing him that Shanann's beyond his control and that she's controlling him. And when Nichol pulls on the control string, she realizes that it makes Chris do what she wants more. So she pulls that control string control leash, which is
Okay.
interesting because that would not be control because you're being led by your desire to control. Interesting. What was that again? Pattern reveal. What pattern does this reveal? His desire for control. And his lust for control.
I said lust.
It's like Chris had a lust for someone else to want for him to control them. Chris had a lust for someone else. Yeah, Chris had a lust. Yeah. It's like Chris had a lust for someone else.
NK.
It didn't really matter the person. It just mattered that they wanted to be controlled by Chris. Not accept it being controlled by Chris. Wanted to be. And it feels like Nichol played into that role.
That dominant.
Up until the point she flipped it into turning him against Shanann by saying she's controlling you as a means for Nichol to actually control Chris, because she wanted to control someone who she viewed as in control. And because that was his desire, that's the mask he put on. I'm in control. I'm this, that. So she said, if I can control someone like that, then I can check that box in my brain. And he wanted someone to want to be controlled by him, which she was, until she realized, okay, now my evidence of control over him is to get him to get rid of his family, to get him to leave his wife or whatever it was in the beginning. So she starts to flip that from I'm being controlled by you and I'm cool with that and I want that because that's what was getting him on the hook. She flips that to, hey, now in order for her to control him, her proof of that is get rid of wife. So now in order to make that happen, I need to make you feel like Shanann, is the one controlling you so that you allow me to control your choices as I push you to regain control by getting rid of her so that I get what I want, which was control over you. That feels like the mind game that's happening in between this and the other spread that I did. And this card is the one that made it all make sense that this was what it was. I was viewing it as Chris seeking safety. It's Chris seeking control. But I think I wasn't looking at it as Chris seeking safety because I view him as such a coward. Or I didn't view it as Chris seeking control because I view him as a coward.
We all do.
And I guess my brain just was like, why would he want control? He's a coward. But that makes sense. You see how I designed this mat to work with my brain? So.
Oh, she made that?
This is what typically happens in my brain during readings. And I was like, if I can just get it on a mat, that would be good. So anyway, upgrade sequence. 6. Whispers. That makes so much sense.
Some people are probably like, what?
Program update. Program update. So in order to get control, program update. So the program is being updated. So I need to get control. I need to choose the choice that gives me the most control. What do I run to update the program to get control? So what was Chris's method of control here? 5. Outer space. Corruption. I need to get out of here and not in a ethical way. I need to cheat the system to get out of here. Science experiment on its side with ego. Yeah, that's the control. It fell on control. That makes sense. So I need to get out of here, and it doesn't really matter how I do it. I don't have to do it in the right way. Science experiment in reverse. I'm testing out different ways. I'm putting different seeds in place. Ego. But then I make a bold move.
Murder. Family.
And take out my whole family.
Dang.
I need to get out of here. It doesn't matter how I do it. I just need to get out of here. I'm putting out little feelers of this or that, and then boom, all of a sudden I go big and do that.
He tried the one thing with the doll as a feeler to see what Shanann would do about that image.
It keeps going back to the same thing. I really think she caused the catalyst event. I really do. I know I keep saying that, but I don't know. It'd be different if she was in jail for this, but she's not.
She should be.
4. 1, 2, 3.
That's why you think before you do. Should I go through this stoplight? Like some people do.
Let me fix this. 1 second.
And if you go through that stoplight, something bad could happen, as in a car crash. Your actions have consequences. Don't sleep where you work. Don't. It's on the tip of my tongue, but it's just your actions have repercussions. So that's why you need to think before you do, as in Nichol should have thought before she done, oh, maybe if we do this affair, is it going to turn out good? Probably not.
Okay. 4. Nope, wrong die. 1. Projected signal. Projected signal, and my lunch is beeping, and I have to go get it so it doesn't burn. But that's interesting timing. I don't know if you can hear that in the thing. It was 2 long beeps. Beep, beep. And I adjusted this like so. Step forward and beeping. Projected signal. Projected signal. Stepping forward and beeping. Projected signal in your face. The projected signal right in the face. Okay, so be right back. I don't want my mac and cheese to burn. 1 second.
Mac and cheese? She had mac and cheese.
I forgot to put my light back. Okay. So we were just here. I just had lunch, so give me a second to get back on here. All right. So we just were here. Projected signal. Walking forward with the camera. Long beep from my lunch being ready. Okay. Let's see what we get.
She included her lunch.
Using this type. Projected signal. Operation cover up.
That's creepy.
Operation cover up. To me, if there's some kind of catalyst event where something is purposefully sabotaged to cause an immediate conflict between Chris and Shanann, such as a mistress popping out of the closet,
the cover up,
or making herself known.
She went to her friend's house. I don't know where she went. If they're alive, I want them back. Like, they tried to cover up the operation that Chris did
in some way. It doesn't have to be the closet. That's just what I've been seeing from the beginning for some reason. I think I even referenced that all the way back in my first readings, which was like years ago on this case. Operation cover up would be, well, now Shanann's not going to let this go, so your life's destroyed either way, so you might as well just go through with it. I feel like that was the internal dialogue that caused the external actions in a split-second moment for Chris. Allegedly. That's what I'm getting. Because that's in here with the death card. New death, or fake death in reverse, so real death. Network interface. Echoes. Parallel reality. That's what we got last time. Okay, so last go around, we got the one side of the reality. Now we're going to get the other. On the one side of the reality, because I said this was her mask falling off. He saw her mask fall off. Crime scene. He saw her mask fall off at the crime scene.
He saw how she really was.
If she causes a catalyst and pops out or causes an issue or somehow, some way causes something to blow up, that's him seeing that that's what she was going to do either way. She was just waiting for her opportunity to. Okay, so what's the other side of that reality? Perimeter sweep in reverse, so not around the outside, on the inside. Hidden pattern, facial identification, mysterious absence in reverse. I really feel like she was there. I really do. If not, no, I really feel like she was there.
A lot of people do.
If not, then caused a catalyst event and walked away, but I don't think she did. We had that
she was going to walk away regardless if she had Chris or not.
Accomplice card for her spread. So not informant, accomplice, because that's the card that says accomplice on one side, informant on the other. And accomplice is what came out.
Mm-hmm.
Core reboot. Restore defaults.
That was the same as last time with Nichol, wasn't it?
So parallel reality, he sees that Nichole's intentions were to push him to that point, but chooses to go through with something. What restored default? What got him back there? Forensics.
So DNA, fingerprints.
I really feel as though Shanann and Nichol ended up somewhere at the same place at the same time. I think it was purposeful by Nichol, and I think that it was the catalyst to this happening because Chris was in a panic. Did he choose to do it? Yes. Does this take anything away from what he chose to do? No. Am I saying that I think that she should also be in there with him in jail? Yeah.
She does. She destroyed a family of 4. Or a family of 5, technically, but removed 4 people from this planet.
That's what I'm getting. Yeah, I don't really think there's anything else to look at.
I don't think there is either. I'm going to leave it there. She's probably just going to do her outro. Yeah, I think, honestly, Nichol had something on Chris. They either had a big, huge blowout, 111-minute phone call, and she said, if you don't do this, I'm going to expose you to Shanann. And so he needed to get Nichol on his side and to remove Shanann so that nothing would have hindered his gains, which was be with Nichol or lose everything. Yeah, I think Nichol blackmailed him. And she was going to be either with him or without him. And she was going to walk away regardless because that's who she is. Well, comment your guys' thoughts down below. What is your thoughts on this video that we just watched together? Does it agree with hers? Does it agree with mine? I mean, I'm pretty much the same way she is. I agree with almost everything she said. Nichol could have been there. That's why the 111 phone call was beforehand. That's why the phone pinged that morning. That's why she didn't have an alibi. I mean, I could go on, and it keeps getting scarier and scarier, closer and closer, but we just need to find that specific. There's just one thing that's holding this all together, and we can't find it. Hopefully one day we'll find it, but until then, make sure you guys share with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. Do the same thing over at The Wrecking Co. And we will see you guys in the next video. Please take care. Be safe. As always, keep nerding on, and we will see you guys in the next video.